Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So welcome to Vet It's You YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about the management of the horses. So let's get started. So first of all, we will have a general discussion about the horses and then we will move further into the topic. As you already know that the scientific name of the horse is Equus caballus is a large odd-toed ungulate mammal of the family Equidae. So basically we have two types of mammals. First one is the Artiodactyla or the another one is the Perissodactyla. So simply, the animal belonging to the Artiodactyla order have even-toed foot, whereas the animals in the Perissodactyla have the large odd-toed one, and our horse Equus caballus belongs to the Perissodactyla order. Moving on, the horses have long been among the most economically important domesticated animals. However, their importance has declined with the introduction of the mechanization. Basically, in the early time, there were no motor cars, no motorbikes, so the means of the horse and horses' carts are the important source of the transportation. But with the development in this field of mechanization and introduction of the new motor cars and the bikes, the importance of the horses and horses cart have been reduced. Instead of this, the horses is a prominent figure in the ideals of the religion, mythology, art, as well as playing an important role in transportation, agriculture, and warfare. So simply it implies that instead of the mechanization and lots of development in the field of transport, still the horse holds an important and the prominent figure in the different fields like religion, mythology, transportation, agriculture or war-based transport. Moving forward, the most of the horses perform work such as carrying humans on their backs or are harnessed to pull the objects such as carts or plows. So simply, the use of horses involves a wide range like carrying of human beings, transportation, etc. However, hundreds of distinct horse breeds were developed, allowing horses to be specialized for certain tasks, lighter horses for racing or riding, heavier horses for farming, and other tasks requiring pulling power. On the basis of the different needs of the situation, distinct and the different breeds of the horses are developed just to support the cause. Like lighter horses are best suitable for racing or riding, like heavier horses are used for farming and a task requiring a high pulling power. In spite of this, some horses, which are usually miniature, can be kept as a pet. So simply the horse support a wide range of the utilization from pulling power to the riding or being used as a pet. Along with this, in some societies, horses are a source of food, both milk and meat. In others, it is taboo to consume their products. So simply, the horse can also act as a source of food like for the purpose of meat, milk, etc. Moving forward, in the industrialized countries or the developed one, the horses are predominantly kept for the leisure as a social status or as well as for the sporting pursuits. While in the other parts of the world or the developing countries, they also used as a working animals. Now we will discuss about the measurement of the horses. So, in the English speaking world, measures the height of a horse in hands abbreviated as H or HH and is measured at the highest point of the animal withers. Simply, the hand is the unit of measurement for the horse's heights. And here you can see the withers, which is the highest point in the horse's body. It is the point from where the height of the horse is measured. Now the measurement of one hand is equal to 4 inches or 10.16 centimeter. You have to memorize it. Moving on, in the context of the measurement of heights of horses, the intermediate heights are defined by the hands and inches, rounding to the lower measurement in hands, followed by a decimal point and the number of additional inches between 1 and 3. For example, if the described horse height is equal to 15.2 hands, it simply means that the height of the horse is 15 hands 2 inches, or you can say 62 inches or 1.57 meter in the height. Simply the above point want to clarify that the height of the horse is measured in hands and inches if involved, which can be followed by the decimal point and the additional inches between the 1 and 3. Talking about the sizes of the horse, it can varies by breed, but also the nutrition is the important factor affecting the size or the height of the horse. Now moving on, we will discuss about the general rule that will classify an animal whether it is a horse or a pony. Simply, the basis of the classification is just because of the height. If an animal is 14.2 hands or over, it is usually considered as a horse, or one less than the 14.2 is considered as a pony. I think so that it is quite clear to all of you that if the horse's height is about 14.2 hands, which is equal to 147 centimeter 58 inches, then the animal is considered as a horse. And if it is one less than the 14.2, like 13.2, 13.3, 13.1, then that particular horse is considered as a pony. However, there are some exceptions to this general rule, as there are some smaller horses breeds who typically produce an individual horse both under and over the 14.2 hands are considered as a horses regardless of their heights. Simply this states that there are some breeds available who will produce a horse whose height either can be more than 14.2 or less than 14.2. So all the animals or the horses belonging to this breed will be considered as a horses regardless of the heights, whether it is 14.2 or less than 14.2. Similarly, there are some pony breeds such as the pony of the Americas or the Welsh pony share some common features of the horse, and individual animals may occasionally produce mature animal over 14.2 hands but still considered as the ponies. Simply this is again the case where the height is not the basis to decide whether the horse is a horse or a pony. So the animal belonging to the pony breeds such as the pony of Americas or the Welsh pony, regardless of their height, if it is more than 14.2 at the maturity level, it will still considered as the ponies. Now this was the classification between the horse or the pony on the basis of their heights. But one another way to differentiate between a horse and the pony is on the basis of their phenotype or the appearance. Similarly, there are noticeable differences between the horses and the pony in their body conformation as well as the temperament. Like the body conformation of the horse as compared to the pony is of higher and the big size, And talking about the temperament, it is also differ from the ponies. Like ponies might have the friendly behavior but can't found usually in the case of the horse. Before moving forward, I would like to tell you about the manes. So simply it is the hair that grows on the top of the neck of a horse or the pony. Simply, the manes, the tails, or the overall coat of the animal also forms the basis of differentiating between the ponies and the horse, as ponies often exhibit thicker manes, thicker tail, and the overall thickness of the coat is higher as compared to the horse. Talking about the other differences, the ponies have proportionally shorter legs, wider barrels, heavier bones, shorter and thicker necks, and short head with the broad foreheads. These are simply the physical features of the ponies that will help you to differentiate it with the horse. Talking about the temperament, the ponies have calmer temperament as compared with the horse and have a high level of equine intelligence that may or may not be used to cooperate with the human handlers. This point simply states that the ponies have the calmer temperament comparatively with the horse, as well as they also have high level of intelligence which they may use to cooperate or not to cooperate with the human handlers, as ponies have higher ability to judge the situation and act accordingly. Moving on, the largest horse recorded in the history was a Shire horse named Samson, later renamed Mammoth Fold in 1846 in Bedfordshire, England. So basically, this is the fact you have to memorize it, that the horse named Samson, later his name was renamed as Mammoth, was the largest horse breed recorded in the England. His height was about 21.2 hands. It means it was about 7 feet 2 inches or 2.20 meters. And the weight was estimated as about 1.5 tons. Now, the current record holder for the world's shortest or the smallest horse is Thumbelina, a fully mature miniature horse affected by the dwarfism. Her height is about 17 inches and weight is just of 60 pounds. As here you can see in the first picture, this is the breed of the Shire horse, which is the largest breed of the horse, and a horse named Samson or the Mammoth was the largest horse recorded in the history of about 7 feet 2 inches tall. And in the second picture, you can see the comparison between the Thumbelina and a Shire horse, as Thumbelina is the record holder for the shortest horse suffering from the dwarfism, and height is about 17 inches and just a weight of 60 pounds. That's all for this video. In this we have discussed about the general information about the horses. I hope you like it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel Vet It's You. Thanks for the watching, an initiative by Ankit Kaushik.